Hello, everyone. This is Antonio, and I'm coming at you with another exciting video. Now, imagine that you have done all you can, picked the right numbers, and became an instant lottery winner. You won $30 million. In the time frame that you won $30 million, everybody is clamoring to get some of your payout. The good people, that's family that been riding with you to the end, long distance cousins, and people pretending to be smarter than what they are. That's right. That's what Dee Dee Moore did, the dubious lottery killer. She ended up killing Abraham Shakespeare. Now, is this a new case? Absolutely not. But this case, nevertheless, needs to be told because a lot of times in life, people are like, oh, this case is old. So what? The facts of the case didn't change because it's old. So what we're going to do is we're going to get down into this case and we're going to talk about Dee Dee Moore and how she was so dubious to Abraham Shakespeare. Now, this is it's just a, how can I talk about it? It's just a hell of a case. So we're going to go ahead and dive into it now, trying to get this to play. So once we get it to play, then we're going to go ahead and
So where do you want to go to?
It don't matter to me. I'm not a picky person.
California? You want a foreign country?
This is Abraham Shakespeare, whose life unexpectedly changed after winning a $30 million lottery jackpot in a quiet town in Florida. As his string of wins continued, he found himself drawn closer to Dee Dee Moore, a woman whose motives were as shadowy as they were dangerous. In a shocking twist, she turned from an acquaintance to a ruthless murderer. The events that followed would lead to a terrifying interrogation and a shocking confession.
Like James Moore.
Okay, I'll talk. Don't.
Go ahead.
Don't.
Are you going to talk or not?
Yes.
Let's get started.
Thank you.
You don't ask me for you don't protect me. You won't do nothing. You don't care if I'm killed. You don't care. You don't think it's a big deal. You think I've done this. You think I took a gun and shot somebody.
Deedee, look at the bright side. If you can convince me, you can convince anybody.
But you think I took a gun and shot
Am I right?
man.
If you can convince
Hang
me,
on.
you can convince anyone. So
Now
calm
look.
down. I'm not yelling at you.
I haven't met you yet, okay, other than meeting you out in the parking lot. Okay, so let's not get off to a bad start. Okay? I think we got some things to talk about. Obviously, I've only been involved with the information entailing this whole thing for right at 5 days now. Okay? I don't have 10 months of knowledge like Detective Wallace and Detective Clark. Okay? When you're talking about two agencies involved with each other, we have unlimited resources. We can find out and accomplish anything we want to do as a collective agency together. Okay? Now, I rely on them because this pretty much has been their investigation.
Well, I have lied to them because I've been scared of this man and they don't believe me. I asked for protection.
Okay.
They kept asking me. They knew I was keeping something from them. They knew I had kept hiding something. Not telling them everything because I am really scared. They don't believe me. I asked if they could give me protection and I tell them after last night I didn't care.
Okay.
Once I found out that he really died, I didn't care. I'd rather be dead myself. I don't care. I want him in jail.
All right. Time out. This man that you're supposedly scared of, who are we referring to?
The guy's name's Ronald, and Ronald exists. He even threatened. James Shakespeare, I talked to him. He threatened him, because James called me, because he got a threat from Ronald, too. He threatened him so bad that he went to the sheriff's department and filed a false report.
Dee Dee reveals that Ronald, a new authority figure, is about to play an important role in the current inquiry, adding a new layer of complexity to it. She alleges that Ronald made threats, in addition to being maybe responsible for James Shakespeare's distressed demise. The issue takes on a new twist as a result of this revelation, which heightens the mystery surrounding the case.
Hang on a minute, okay? 5 days of catching up with this stuff.
Mm-hmm.
I've seen a lot of the interviews.
Uh-huh.
I saw your interview
I
from
did.
Monday night.
I do.
Okay, and I'm going to sit here right from the start and let you know I'm not going to sit here and listen to more twists and turns. Okay, we're not going to go down different roads and paths
I know.
because I don't need to right now.
I
Hang
know.
on, hear me out. Okay, I'm gonna sit here and listen to you. Okay, and I want to hear from you,
Mm-hmm.
but I want to preface it by telling you I'm not going to be led down the wrong path. I'm not going to be led astray because I'm not going to spin my wheels and waste my time, and I'm not going to waste Polk County's time because you know why? We don't need to. A lot of our questions have been answered now, and now it's time to lay everything out on the table and get to the bottom of it.
No.
Okay? And I have my opinion along with Detective Wallace, and we're pretty much on the same page.
I know. He thinks I shot the man. He thinks I took a gun.
Did you hear the part that he said we're on the same page?
Uh-huh.
Keep listening to him.
Okay.
We're on the same page. Okay, so let's just get that clear.
Okay.
All right? Like
Do you
I
think
said,
I shot the man too?
I'm not telling you what I think right now because I don't lay out my cards like that.
Okay.
I'm willing to listen to you to a point. Okay, but when I'm done listening to some more charades, we're going to cut it off right there.
Okay.
All right? Let's not waste our time anymore. Let's not waste his time. Let's not waste my time. All right?
Okay. Well,
Because as of right now, listen to me.
As you can see, he emphasized to the suspect that he is knowledgeable about the matter and has gone over prior interviews. The detective encouraged Dee Dee Moore to tell her side of the story while adhering to the facts, setting the stage for a focused and honest conversation. Phone records unveiled a startling truth. Moore was the last thread connecting Abraham Shakespeare's world. Calls from money seekers ceased, leaving only Moore at the other end of the line.
Okay. Well, then why don't you just arrest me?
Dee
If
Dee.
you think I did it,
Dee Dee,
arrest
stop.
me and an innocent person's going to go to jail.
Dee Dee,
You're-
stop for a
What?
minute and listen to me. Okay? That hole, okay, it was dug in the afternoon of April 7th. Okay? James came back 2 hours late. When he met you there, he dug the hole. Listen to me, don't say another word. April 7th, he met you there. You called him over there, he dug the hole. Okay? You were there alone. Nobody else was around. You called him back at 5:52. I have all of the phone records. You know this. Okay, I know exactly where you were at. I know where he was at. I know where everybody was at. At 5:52, you called him back. He came back over to the house. He filled the hole back in. You were the only one there. You were hot and sweaty. The hole where Abraham was found in yesterday. There were no other holes dug there. We've had anthropologists out there. The color of the soil changes. When you fill back in holes, they don't, the one's light, one's dark. Okay, we have pictures, we have video. Listen to me. We have pictures, we have video. There's no doubt there was only one hole dug in that area. That's the hole where Abraham Shakespeare's body was found yesterday morning. Okay? Dee Dee, I don't hate you like you think I hate you. Okay? I'm telling you right now. I like you, I like your family, I like RJ. For the sake of your son, okay? You made a mistake. Something went very wrong, and we need to know the reasons why.
The detective is playing very smartly, showing Dee Dee proof of a crime, including an excavated hole and phone records. He's encouraging Dee Dee to tell her side of the story and perhaps provide more details about the events leading up to the incident by taking a composed and sympathetic stance. Saying this, the detective shows empathy towards Dee Dee, like what circumstances led her to do this crime. Soon after the disappearance of Abraham became the talk of the town in November of 2009, Dee Dee urgently asks Greg to pretend to be Abraham and call Abraham's mother to reassure her. Dee Dee offers Greg $300 to buy time while waiting for Abraham's return. Reluctantly, Greg agrees to help.
And I pretended to be Abraham. I was like, hello, what's up, mama? You know what I'm saying? And she was like, who is this? And I said, this.
The cannabis industry is exploding nationwide, and that's why I created the Master Mentors Live educational platform.
It's Abraham.
Greg's concern about Dee Dee's request and Abraham's disappearance grows, leading to conflicting emotions as he balances his loyalty to his friend with suspicions about Dee Dee's actions. Now, let's go back to the interrogation room.
that might be going to jail for a long time, that might take the rap and say they did something to Abraham Shakespeare. Well, Greg, yeah, he knows somebody. He knows undercover officer from Lake Wales, Mike Smith. Yep. I guess we'll meet at the Coles in his white car. An undercover officer. Well, you know, that's the same guy that you tried to say was one of the people at Clark the other night. Of course, that was shot down. So anyway, you meet with him. You're going to pay him $10,000 now and $40,000 over the rest of the year to say that he killed Abraham Shakespeare. But there's only one problem. When it comes time for him to confess to this man or to me, guess what he's going to have to do? He's going to have to produce a body. More importantly, he might even have to produce the gun. So you meet Greg on Monday morning, right over there in Plant City at Turkey Creek. Well, you meet him at the mall to begin with. Then you meet him over at Turkey Creek. And then you go down to your mom's house. You go a few places. I watch you the whole time. You know, I'm following right behind you. You're not very good. You don't pay attention. Whatever. You've done a few things. You tried to, a couple of times I followed you. You stopped at Walmart parking lot and waited 15 minutes before you went down to Stitzel's office after you wrote the letter that night.
He done read her like a book. She's not a smart criminal. He was able to track her every move. And she come in with these sob stories and these crocodile tears. They're not working. The detectives are on her.
I sat right across the street and watched you. Anyway, let me get back on point. So you give him the gun. You know, the gun that you bought at the gun show in Tampa. You know, there's records and all that. You know, and you thought Greg was going to file off all the serial numbers and bury it somewhere else. And his buddy Dee was going to bury it somewhere else and say the gun's over here and this and that. But that's not enough. We still need the body. So about 2 hours later, you meet him there again. He gets in the truck with you. You go right down to the property. And what do? You walk him right out. Not anywhere else. Not over here, not over there. A piece of iron. Bam. Right under here. You got to dig down from the side. You got to get it. I'm going to have my mother-in-law or Char's mom come have dinner with us tonight. There's not going to be anybody here. And I got it all planned out. I got the trailer with everything in it.
Supplies,
I got the
nice
supplies.
big galvanized tub, bleach, gloves.
It's all there, and you angle it. And then you go over to James's house and you get the boat. Oh, shit, guess what? There's another reason that it looks pretty bad for James. Now he's got the boat. Now he's really tied into this thing.
You come up with this concocted story about having a cover made or something.
You know, all this stuff. So you got it just set up. You walk the CI. It's all on audio. He's right there. He's right there. And then the story was, they were trying to rob him. I was going to say, you're going to rob him. Things went bad. You want to whisper till we get them all. You know, we got good things. Right in there. Right in my office. With my gun. And he goes on. Dee Dee, it's all over. It's all over.
The detective tells Deedee the events in chronological order using a so-called narrative confrontation technique. They describe her decisions, interactions, and actions, and relate them to the situation as it develops. This strategy tries to offer a clear and damning narrative of Deedee's involvement, provoking her to reconsider her actions and perhaps reveal more information.
All right, Deedee.
Okay. I'm not gonna do no more. I'm gonna tell you everything from the start.
And again, before you say anything, you know, last night you were going to tell us.
I know, but you were threatening me with.
No. I'm not. We weren't threatening you with anything. We were stating fact, okay?
Uh-huh.
And whatever you tell us, you got to understand, you're going to have to prove what is the truth to us.
Yeah.
And like I said, from our investigation, we know what the truth is going to be.
Right.
So let's hear it.
Yeah, but with James, I, was worried for him, and I told.
The initial day of interrogation concluded inconclusively, leaving the truth veiled in ambiguity. The following day, the probing continued unabated, revealing the long-awaited truth. Here, you can see Deedee's leg continuously fluttering. When a person's leg flutters, it's an indicator of unease, and an indication that they are experiencing more tension and worry. It almost seems as though they are creating elaborate stories about themselves amid a sophisticated dance of emotions. This uncontrollable so-called anxiety jig reveals a deeper level of the person's internal conflict by hinting at hidden realities and unacknowledged elements that have not yet come to light.
How about Ted Covington?
Another lie. Tell me about Ted. Come on. I have ran so many bullshit lies and little things, rabbit holes, as my partner here likes to talk about. I've ran through all of these. It is getting pathetic.
Because you want to arrest James and you're blackmailing me to give you a name.
Look, stop your blackmail.
We want to
crap.
arrest the person that killed Abraham and buried him. Okay? And so far, all the shit you've given us isn't panning out.
Because I didn't know their name, and I kept telling y'all that.
There, you're putting a plural, their name. Is it 1 person, 2 people, 12 people? I mean, I think tomorrow we're probably going to get a phone call about 10 o'clock in the morning saying, you know, guys, I really want to come in and talk to you. This time I'm going to tell you the truth.
I've told you the
know,
truth
we're having a
at
party,
the beginning, and you
there's
wouldn't.
40 people
At the beginning,
and we had a cake going.
hang on, hold on. At the beginning, you told us the truth?
You threatened to
Hold on,
arrest
let's go
James.
back to the beginning. Abraham's alive, and I talk to him all the time, and I text him, and he calls me back. There's the beginning. That was the beginning for 2 goddamn months.
You threatened to arrest James, and James has...
No. Stop that. Stop for a minute. There's no blackmail, there's no threat, okay? What I've told you are the facts. I laid out the facts there. I laid out the facts as they are now, okay? There was a dead body that you knew where it was at. It was shot with your gun. No, don't say, no, be quiet. Shot with your gun at your property underneath that slab.
As I was told.
No, stop. Without shoes, and you put the exact spot. You put a damn piece of metal right there, okay? The hole was dug by your ex-husband, okay? Plain and simple. There's the facts. There's the facts. Undisputable at this point, okay? With those facts, the only 2 people that can be in trouble for this right now are Dee Dee Moore and James Moore. There's the facts. I'm not threatening. I'm not blackmailing. I'm not doing anything.
But if I didn't come up with a name that I don't know, you were going to arrest me.
Look.
We never said that.
Yes, you did.
No, we did
a
not.
A couple of times. Rewind the tape from yesterday.
You confirmed to us that James dug the hole. He admitted to digging
and
the
you
hole.
said if I didn't tell you who did it, that you would arrest him. And he
what did I say? I said, go pick him up. I said, call him, go pick him up. What did they do?
That's not fair.
What did they do? They went and picked him up. Didn't they?
Did they arrested him?
You talked.
They went and picked him up, right?
Yeah, but did they arrest him?
They picked him up. I didn't say they arrested him. I said, go pick him up.
Oh. Well, he...
And he came down here voluntarily because guess what? He's cooperative.
Right.
He's cooperative so far.
But
unfortunately, I can't believe all he said. You are not being cooperative,
You
Dee
keep wanting me to make you up a name.
You're doing nothing but lying. You're doing
you
nothing
make
but
up
lying.
too much already. I don't want you to make up anything more. I want you to tell me the truth. Tell the truth.
Everything happened just like it is in all the stories, but I just don't know people's names.
That's not... Okay, let's go with your logic here, your lack of logic. You set up a little thing to go to Hard Rock Casino. You pick up Abraham. You go to your office, and there's 2 people that you don't know in your office. Are you kidding me? How in the hell is anybody going to believe that? Your own family doesn't believe it.
I will end up going to jail. That's fine.
Your own family doesn't believe it.
I know that. I don't care. I'll end up going to jail for it.
How do you not care? That's the craziest thing in my life.
I don't have a choice.
You're protecting somebody. You're trying to protect.
If your family is willing to rat you out, then they know your family know your characteristics more than anybody on this planet. Dee Dee Moore, family knows she is the culprit. Let's continue.
Trust yourself, because you know if we talk to the real person who was there, they're gonna all out. It's gonna spill it all out, and it's gonna make it look worse than ever.
They're waiting for the knock at the door. Because
And when that
all
happens,
the evidence
you're really
is collected.
screwed.
The body.
Here's one thing you need to do before buying anything online. Don't spend another dime on Amazon until you watch this first. Watch this.
It's been uncovered.
Well,
the gun we have.
Haven't you checked the body for fingerprints?
We're not going to tell you what we checked that body for. His body had his medical examination done.
Mm-hmm.
You don't need to know any further than that.
I can tell you right now, it's a hell of a lot better to stand in front of that judge and be able to say, here's what happened, and I told him what happened, than to us stand up there
Please
and
show
paint
me
the
some
picture.
leniency, because I've been truthful. It's not going to happen now.
I
Now,
made
these
a
kind of
mistake.
stories.
Your Honor, I've made a mistake.
I told you the same story over and
No,
over and
you
over. I
didn't.
just don't
No,
know the
you
people's
didn't.
names.
You told us a lot of stories.
The detective's rising frustration gets worse by Dee Dee's relentless stream of lies, which brings them dangerously close to losing their cool. They gradually lose patience as she adds more layers of dishonesty, and the strain grows. It seems as though her lies are fanning the flames of their annoyance and bringing them ever closer to a condition of boiling over irritability.
All right, we got lucky tonight. There's Abraham and Deedee. Let's kill him and leave her alive.
And leave her alive to be the key witness. We'll even do one better and come back and bury him on her property. Yay.
No, we'll make her bury him because she's scared, and then we can get money off the porch, and we can...
I don't want anything money-wise. I'll sign it over now. You can have what he gave me back. I will sign it over.
Just leave the gay part out. Just leave that. Who killed the man? If you didn't do it, Deedee, who did it? How does a 37-year-old white woman from Plant City end up in this predicament? This is silly.
It is.
And you're sitting there acting like a complete idiot.
I know.
I can't. It was Cedric. I can't. Ronald. I can't.
Because I wanted to check out
Very
who
gay.
all could.
I can't.
Greg Massey.
Greg
Did
Massey.
you ever check out?
I
gay?
can't.
What'd you find out? Very gay.
Ted Covington. I can't.
What'd you find out?
Howard did it now.
What did you find out?
Deedee, I'm not investigating stuff for you. I want to know who killed Abraham Shakespeare.
Very gay is related to Richard Land.
Oh my God. No. Oh, Richard Land's involved now?
No, absolutely not. Richard is absolutely not involved.
Dee Dee's web of deceit began to unravel as the detectives looked further. As the pressure mounted, she clung to the illusion of control she possessed, while the detectives held the cards.
I'm gonna go in prison for something I didn't even do and sit on a mattress with no pillow.
No,
With
they
no
give you
pillow.
pillows
No,
in
you get a
prison.
pillow.
Yeah, they give you pillows.
Oh, I heard
You
they
even
did.
get, yeah, you even
They
get
give you
like
nice
a blanket.
pillows and blankets, sheets, all that stuff. You
Oh.
get linens in prison.
Oh.
Yeah. 3 meals
They're
a
not,
day.
I don't think the
Oh,
300
it's just
count.
jail?
No, jail you have pillows too.
Everybody told me you didn't get a pillow.
Falkenberg has great pillows. Orient Road has great pillows.
Oh, they told me you
In
didn't
fact,
get a
the laundry room's right over here.
Oh.
Yeah, I see it every morning when I come into
Oh.
work. They're out there cleaning the sheets and drying. Oh
You
yeah,
can get a
it's all-
job
it's all
too.
there.
They can give you a work while you're there. You can clean,
Yeah.
you can wash, or you can cook. I mean, you do that for the rest of your life.
That's fine. I guess I'm gonna have to. I don't have a
Do you know
choice.
how to
I'm
cook?
frightened.
I mean, do you have like culinary skills and stuff?
Yeah, I know how to cook.
Can you cook for 3,000?
That could be valuable over there.
Yeah, I can do that.
Maybe you can do that. You can like stir the beans and put together bologna sandwiches and stuff.
Yeah.
I mean, there's different trustee positions at different state prisons around
Look on the bright side
Florida.
of it. You got to blow through $1 million. A lot of people will never get to do that.
Yeah.
At least you got to do that.
She would try to hide the truth from the judge with elaborate theatrics, but the observant judge sees right through her cunning deceptions. The judge's sharp understanding helps them to see through the pretense and grasp the underlying reality, despite the culprit's best efforts to deflect attention or
I'll have to fight my way out. I know.
You'll never get out. You're never getting out.
Why?
It's done.
Once you get sentenced to a prison sentence,
I thought
you
life
gotta...
in prison was 25 years.
Oh, no.
No. Life in prison means like the rest of your life.
Natural born
If
life.
you were getting 25 years and the judge say, oh, 25-year sentence, 35-year sentence, 50-year sentence, life in prison means when you go in, you don't come out. Kind of like the, what is that, Roach Motel thing? Roaches go in, they don't come out. You know, kind
You're
of.
the roach.
Yeah, you'd be the roach. You go in, you won't come out. That's life. That's life in prison.
Yeah, I don't know what you're thinking.
But don't forget they have pillows, blankets, sheets. You don't have to worry about that.
And shower shoes. You get
Shower
orange
shoes,
plastic
yeah.
shower shoes.
They even have hot water. They have hot water.
You get to shower with other people. You know.
It won't be like that shower that's in that red brick on that nice nicely renovated bathroom. It won't be like that. It's, you know, big open room, tile, bunch of shower heads popping out. Yeah, that kind of thing.
That's not fair when I didn't kill anything.
But you don't seem to want to tell us the truth.
I mean, what do you want us to do? Say, all right, you know, you're right, Dee Dee. Gee, that's not fair. I mean, we got everything pointed to Dee Dee Moore, so hey, all right, not fair.
Hey, but she
we'll go
told
tell
us
the
it
judge
was.
it ain't fair.
She told me it's not fair, and she didn't do it. So, Your Honor, I think
that may hold some credence.
And I tried to name all the people's
Reason.
names that could have had somebody sent there to do it, and you wouldn't look any of them up.
that could have. Somebody could have done this. Somebody could. Of course, I was standing there, and I buried the damn body, and I'm part of it, but I'm not.
And then I even
Didn't
showed
do
right
that.
where it is, underneath the little piece of metal, and whispered
Didn't
away.
do
Here,
that.
here's the gun that he was killed
Didn't
with.
do
Here's
that.
the body.
But I'm not gonna say who it was, but there's a ton of people that it could be.
I didn't do that.
Hell, it could be somebody that we don't even know about. It could be anyone. I might have passed the guy this morning on the way here.
Because 60's a real busy
Yeah.
thoroughfare between your county.
I might have seen him last time I went to dinner at Barnacles. The guy might have been there. There's a lot of people I saw. I stopped off this morning at the Circle K. I saw some people. Might have been one of them.
Yesterday when we had lunch, that was a busy restaurant. A
It's
lot of people
been,
there.
it's been since April, so that person may not only be in the area anymore. Now you got to expand it to really the eastern,
Worldwide.
the western hemisphere, worldwide.
Let's just say worldwide. I mean, you know,
Since
travel
what
is
6 billion people in the world.
roughly maybe 6.2
It could have been
or
any-
something.
But it's not fair. I thought that
But there's only
justice, that
one
you go to
person-
court and get to prove your innocence, that you
There's
didn't kill
only
somebody.
one person that had the body buried in their backyard. There's only one person that handed the gun over that killed him. There's only one person who pinpointed exactly where it was at, and there's only one person that can answer the questions, and it's not.
Yeah. Dee Dee Moore.
It's you.
Yeah.
But you know I didn't kill him.
No, I don't. I do not know that. No, don't you look at me and tell me that. I don't know that.
Well,
Don't sit there, I'm not going to be one of your people that you go talk to Dave Wallace, he'll tell you.
I can't believe she just sat there and said, well, you know I didn't do that. The main culprit behind this whole case had the nerve to say, you know I didn't do that.
Yeah, he knows I didn't kill him. No, I think you did. I think you're a cold-hearted woman. I
well,
think
then
you
why
planned
haven't
the
you
whole thing
arrested
out.
me?
I think...
We're doing we still got some other things we're working on.
Like finding out the real person that killed him.
No.
Oh. Well, I didn't kill him.
I wonder what's
in court.
exactly what's worse.
That's
Is it
fine.
jail or is the anticipation of going to jail that's worse?
I'm not running. I don't care. I already put myself mentally up that I know that I'm going to get blamed for this. I know that I'm going to go there innocently. And if y'all can put an innocent person in jail knowing I didn't pull the trigger and charge me with first-degree murder, you have to live with that for the rest of your life. I don't.
I honestly, since about Monday morning, about the time you handed over the gun, I've had no problems at all.
Well, then you live with
Especially
that for
after
the rest
that
of your life.
man's decomposed corpse was dug up from your backyard.
That's sick.
Yeah, it was sick. Do you
That
think
is
we
sick.
enjoyed that?
No,
Do you
that's
think
sick.
we enjoyed digging and
I don't
pulling
even
sand
want
from
to
his
hear it
body?
anymore.
Why? You put him
Why?
down
You
there?
put him
I
down
did
there.
not
You
put
showed
him
right
there.
where he
I
was.
did
You had the
not
hole
put
dug
him
there.
for him.
I did not.
Yes, you did.
No, I didn't.
I
convinced
shouldn't say
you.
a hole. I should say a rectangular shaft for perfect placement of a 6'5"
No one deserves
human
that.
corpse.
Not even. No.
The best business to start in 2023 is not doing Amazon FBA, drop shipping, or real estate like
Then
Nobody
why'd you
deserves
put him
that.
down there?
That's treating that person like a piece of garbage. No one.
And
deserves
that's
that.
exactly what
Why'd
she
you pour
did.
concrete over it? A week later.
I had already planned on pouring concrete there for a
Oh,
slab.
you could have poured it anywhere else. The boy had to be right there over top where that body was, didn't it?
No.
Didn't
I
it?
didn't plan it.
Didn't it?
In.
Well, we can't let a damn rotting corpse into our plans to pour that concrete.
Yeah. Well, put put the boat out there. Maybe put a big
That's
roof over
Hang on,
it.
hang on.
Put some
Dig a
grills.
fucking hole, bitch. Dig a fucking hole. Hello, James. Why don't you put it here? Because I'm going to pour concrete here anyways. I've already planned the concrete.
We'll just make the most out of it.
What's
Make
the
a
dead
nice
corpse underneath it?
patio or something,
You could have at least like, you know, while it was settling, you could have like put R.I.P. or put like a date or something, and do like a headstone.
R.I.P. You know, AS is
well, you were responsible for
No,
it.
I'm not
Yes,
responsible
you were.
for it. You think because of the money I'm responsible for it, but I'm not. That man give me that stuff that he gave
Dee,
me.
I think you're responsible because he's buried under the slab at your house. I think he's responsible because it was your gun. I think you're responsible because you ended up with every damn thing he had. I think you're responsible.
And you moved into his house in Lakeland.
Yeah, you were so distraught you moved into his house in Lakeland that you never paid for.
Well, he won't be using this anymore. Let me just go ahead and move into it.
He's not going to need it. Screw it. Let's go.
Back up.
You sold, within a couple weeks, you sold his cars. Oh, hey, he's not going to be using that car anymore. Sure, you like that truck? What the hell? Abe won't need it.
I'm not that sick.
Abe, really?
I am not.
Really? Then what? Tell me your thinking, okay?
You think that.
Abraham was buried on your property April 7th, after he got killed April 6th. April 12th or 13th, April 12th or 13th. Oh, Jesus, I'm scared to death. Oh, God. Stingray, will you take this black one? I'll take that truck over there. Corvette.
Yeah.
Is that something that's scary? Is that a scary thing? Out of fear, you purchased a brand new truck for your boyfriend. I mean, that's your story, right? I can't believe that. That's great. Your Honor, I was scared to death, so that $50,000 truck out quite a bit.
That car had to be gone because it was in my company name. It's under Abraham Shakespeare, LLC.
Yeah,
So
it had to be gone. Yeah. Abraham wasn't going to drive it anymore.
Yeah.
Maybe it had to be gone because it helped along with the story that he was gone. He was missing on his own. Is that right?
Yeah.
That helps some validity, sure. This whole thing points to one thing. Greed. First degree murder.
It's not greed.
Dee Dee Moore.
It's not first degree murder.
Yeah.
You can't get me for first degree
Oh,
murder.
yeah, I can. And yes, we will.
Yes. Yes.
And you're gonna get a jury to convict me for first degree murder on something I haven't done.
Dee Dee, I just pointed out a lot of things. How do you think that jury's
cover up because y'all kept?
Oh, please, Dee Dee,
I'm
I
getting
swear.
charged with something I didn't even do.
Dee Dee, please, when it comes time, get up on the stand and tell all your stories because they will eat that shit up.
I mean, the 10, 11 months that the Polk County Sheriff's Office has been conducting this investigation with mounds and boxes full of paper trail statements from everybody that you're pulling out of the hat. Oh, go talk to this person. You think they haven't already? 5 steps ahead of
How
you?
do you know that those people will tell
The
you
recordings, everything, the individual, Greg, that you sat there and pointed out where the freaking body is on your property. Once all this is laid out before a jury, you know what they're going to be doing? Their heads are going to be spinning from so much evidence that is pointed at you.
And I knew that
and they're gonna
it's going to point at me. I knew that it's going to point at me. That's why I had to do the cover up because I knew it was going to point at me, and it's not fair because I didn't do it.
Oh, instead of let's just take a shortcut and call the cops.
Mm-hmm.
You know, hey, this happened. But instead, he's missing. Let's go out and buy the truck, a Corvette, or a slab.
Well, that's out of fear.
It is out of fear. I mean, buying a Corvette and a truck would probably make me feel a lot better too. I would think. I don't know. And then moving into his house.
Was the Corvette bought months before it happened?
Whatever.
Yeah, actually it was. It was put with that $1 million.
Whatever.
Yeah. I didn't spend $1 million. No, I didn't. No, I didn't.
Oh, that's right. The paintball field that was already there.
Yeah,
that was my investment. The paintball field that I had there.
Yeah, what about those little scooter, the cooler scooter things?
Mm-hmm.
Was that another?
Is that another little business venture?
That was mine business venture.
Well, your mom should use that as part of your defense.
What do you mean?
Well, you can say that was another investment you made.
It's not the truth, though.
Well, nothing you say has been the truth. So, you know.
Everything's been the
So
truth.
so in other words, part of the $1 million investment was something you already had. The $1 million investment was something you already had.
That $1 million, he would not go into a bank and put that over into my name. He didn't want me to.
Deedee, please invest in your thing that you already have. Is that how it went?
No, he wanted a back backfield. We were gonna do a backfield.
You didn't do it.
Oh yeah, the field with the tanks and the Army helicopters.
Yes,
and
we had
stuff.
done
Yeah.
that.
You were gonna do that, but you didn't.
Her never-ending lies infuriated the detectives to no end. The investigators' patience was tested as they tried to piece together the facts about Dee Dee's relentless deception. Each lie she spun added another level of complication and frustration.
You didn't do that.
But all that was mine
Well,
before
why didn't
he
you
even
do it?
came into the picture.
Well, why didn't you do it? So what did you invest in? You didn't invest in nothing. You're right. What did you invest in? A house in Char's name. You invested in
No, the
trucks,
house in Char's
cars,
name was supposed to be rented out for offices.
trucks, cars.
And they can have all of that.
what
That will
else?
sign
What
it
else?
over to them.
No, you
Backhoe.
already said you would. You know, maybe we would, but you haven't told the truth. Keep
I
your
told
stuff.
them we would sign it all over to
You
them.
know,
They can have all of
Can I
it.
keep my stuff?
No, not that. My physical stuff I came in with. Before Abraham, my stuff, my personal stuff that I came in with because I shouldn't be going to jail for something.
We think you meant all the stuff.
Your
no,
stuff.
No, no.
So why did you come? Why
No.
when you first came to Lakeland? Why'd you tell everybody how the millions of dollars you're a millionaire? I didn't need Abraham's money. I'm a millionaire.
$4 million. I made $4 million.
You knew that was a lie. You knew that was a lie. So you were lying even before you killed Abraham. You were lying. You did. I got numerous people that said that. I didn't need Abraham's money. I had millions of dollars before. We even got it on audio. Out of your own words, your
So
own
I'll go to
voice.
jail for something I've not done.
No, you've done it.
No,
You've
I
done it.
haven't.
I would just like to know why you did it. I'd like to know why you did it, exactly how you did it. That's the only thing here. That's the only thing. Because it's intriguing. It's a hell of a story.
But I didn't.
It's going to play itself out for years to come in the media. They're going to be little shit. Hey, you're going to be halfway famous. You're going to end up on Geraldo or one of them, Nancy Grace.
Nancy Grace, probably, yeah. They cover stuff like this.
She's going to love this stuff. I think the only reason you got bumped so far is because of the little missing girl up in Jacksonville or something. But you'll make it. You'll make it one of these days.
Yeah.
You're going to be infamous. Unfortunately, I think you wanted to be famous, but now you're going to be infamous.
But I didn't kill him, so.
Dee Dee, you're responsible for his death.
For his death.
That
But I
will.
didn't
It's,
kill him.
it's going to come in the way of first-degree murder.
That's not fair.
No, oh, yes, it is.
No.
In her mind, she still is saying that she did not kill him because she didn't actually kill him. But what she need to realize is by giving the gun, by supplying the slab to bury Abraham in, to stealing his money, to selling off his assets, but being deceptive by using another man to call Abraham's mother, this woman is an evil person that's in denial.
Because that's bribing me to get this name.
Hold on, we've done bribery,
blackmail, bribery. Oh.
What other things can you?
Come on, think it's more.
accuse
Think it's
of?
more. Awesome.
What other?
I'm not on my parents' health insurance anymore, and I work for myself doing a bit of everything. So I found a plan for just 30.
Other charges do you think we might have done? Kidnapped? Have we kidnapped anyone?
No, I've never kidnapped him. I'm not a bad person. I'm not a bad person. I've never hurt nobody in my life. I would never hurt nobody. Ever hurt anybody.
Are you sure about this? I mean, have you lived anywhere else in the nation or in the state of Florida where you've embezzled money from some unsuspecting victim and then
No, and
had
I
a
know what
whole
you're
dog
talking about.
and
That
buried-
it's Kim Potwin, and Kim Potwin was not. She did not. She invested money to start a business with me, and then she started herself
And then you
taking.
left?
No, she was starting herself taking nurses behind my back
And then you left
taking the
with
money.
$60,000. Yeah. What about the $100,000 from the cell company or whatever? What about the fire in Plant City with the records, and you made a little deal with them? Oh, well, if we just let this go, I won't tell them about the unlicensed nurses you guys were sending out. What about that one? Come on, Dee Dee.
I did not do that.
Oh, bullshit. We've talked all these people. We don't talk to anybody. We never talk to anybody. You guys haven't done anything. Well, you know what? I've neglected my wife for 3 months because of you. So I haven't done anything.
Well, your case is over now, so you should be happy. You'll get to
Oh,
go on
it's
and
not
move.
over.
We've got lots to do. This is just beginning.
You ain't the only one going to jail here. Trust me.
Who else is on?
Oh, don't you worry about it.
We're working on it. We've got our eyes on some people.
Don't you worry about it. Oh, but I assure you, you won't feel good about it when it's all said and done.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Don't concern yourself with it. Don't worry.
Because we don't do anything. Don't worry about it.
Deedee, a master manipulator, entered Shakespeare's life with promises of authoring his rags to riches saga. She seized control of his finances, consolidating power as debts loomed. Several video recordings provided by Greg were submitted as evidence before the judge. Employing the priceless information Greg provided, the police set out on a deliberate expedition, guided by his insights, which ultimately led them to the precise burial spot. They uncovered the dismal find of Abraham Shakespeare's remains, hidden behind a thick layer of concrete with cautious digging. The truth unfolds before them in this harsh and terrifying moment, exposing the evil reality that had been concealed for far too long.
Calculated, cruel.
Okay, so we're not over. Let's take a chronology walk, so to speak.
Live and first on WESH, defiant, tearful, and claiming she's not a killer.
Now, the woman linked to the death of a local lotto winner, Abraham Shakespeare, is speaking out.
WESH 2's Michelle Meredith is live right now with a late-breaking development. Michelle?
Well, today, law enforcement released the cause of death for Abraham Shakespeare, and they kept it very short. They called it homicidal violence. But in an interview right outside her home, Dee Dee Moore did not keep things short. She was actually very talkative.
Because the media will not leave, and this is an intrusion on all my neighbors, and they don't deserve any of this.
Dee Dee Moore started with one message, but quickly shifted gears when asked about the murder of Abraham Shakespeare.
Because I have never hurt that man. He knows I would, everyone knows I would never hurt that man in any way.
Did you murder Abraham Shakespeare?
Absolutely not. And
Dee Dee, you indicated you know who pulled the trigger.
I have given all the information to the Sheriff's Department.
The Sheriff's Department found Shakespeare's body at her boyfriend's house, buried under a concrete slab. How did Shakespeare die? Shot in the head, according to Dee Dee Moore.
They already discussed everything with me.
What did they say? He was shot in the head?
Yeah. Do you want to shut the cameras off now?
Dee Dee made it clear she knows more than she can say, that she's scared, and she knows why she's considered a person of interest.
With the situation and how it went down, I wouldn't believe myself. I would say, lock her up. I would, but there's always two sides to every story. There's always more to any situation. God up above knows I didn't shoot that man, and that is the only person I have to answer to.
In the end, Dee Dee Moore said she felt like the money that Abraham won was a curse to him and a curse to her. Live in Polk County, Michelle Meredith, Washington.
It was never her money in the get-go. So yes, it became a curse to him because guess what? You killed him, or you had the total control of his demise.
A woman accused of killing a Plant City lottery winner will stand trial early next year. A judge set Dee Dee Moore's trial date for next March. She's accused of killing Abraham Shakespeare back in 2009. Moore also had a tense hearing with the judge today. Our Jeff Butera has that story.
Money's been a huge part of this case. Shakespeare won millions in the lottery. Moore's accused of befriending and then killing him to get her hands on the money. Today, the money question was whether she had the money to afford a lawyer. Before her hearing, Dee Dee Moore looked more like a happy schoolgirl than a woman facing a first-degree murder charge.
Dee Dee Moore.
But the woman accused of killing Plant City lottery winner Abraham Shakespeare back in 2009 was probably less happy to hear Judge Daniel Sleet's reaction when he heard Moore couldn't afford a criminal defense attorney, but had hired a civil attorney to handle her civil cases.
Raises the question of the truthfulness of her affidavit of innocence.
Longtime Tampa defense attorney John Fitzgibbons agrees with the judge.
If you have funds to spend on other things,
whether it be for another lawyer or a vacation or whatever, then it certainly raises a legitimate question. Are you poor? Are you indigent? Do you qualify for a court-appointed lawyer?
Moore's explanation: she's not paying her civil attorney yet. He's expecting to get paid later.
On the other hand, the inquiry will be, has the lawyer been paid? And if so, where did the money come from?
Moore says the money later will come from assets, jewelry, electronics, and cash the sheriff's office has currently seized. She wants them back and says if she gets them back now, she'll use that money on a criminal defense attorney too.
Yes, because then I can pay for it. I don't want taxpayers to pay for it.
Fitzgibbon says that's something the judge might allow if the sheriff's office is not using the assets as evidence in the case.
Generally, you have to have a reason to hold somebody's property in this country, and generally, in a case like this, it would be for evidentiary purposes.
But it's not something the judge allowed today, since he says he never got a copy of the motion ahead of time, which is normal procedure and, according to the judge, professional courtesy. So, Moore's lawyers will try again.
Accused of killing a lottery winner after taking control of his wealth, and today Dee Dee Moore watched video of herself explaining exactly what happened to Abraham Shakespeare when he vanished in 2010. Our Chris Trinkman is at the Hillsborough County Courthouse with the very latest on this case. Good evening, Chris.
Good evening. Well, deputies suggested that Moore was a pathological liar and that every time they asked her where Shakespeare was, she would create an elaborate fairy tale to mislead investigators.
Dee Dee Moore was treated in the jail infirmary after she complained about pain from her leg restraints.
I had an anaphylactic, sorry my tongue, I had an anaphylactic shock.
Once cleared by a doctor, the trial continued with video of hours of questioning by Polk County investigators.
Do I think that you're a cold-blooded killer? No, I hope you're not a cold-blooded killer.
I have not killed him.
I hope he's not even dead.
He's not.
Moore gave a wide variety of excuses why Abraham Shakespeare disappeared.
Because he wanted to pretend he was dying of AIDS so that he doesn't have to pay child support and people won't look for him if he's dying of AIDS.
Then there was the blackmail excuse.
It was a videotape of him having sex with a 14-year-old girl.
Then came the tears.
My family's being affected. My mom's got heart problems. She's over my house right now cleaning for Thanksgiving. My own parents were scared to come to my house for Thanksgiving.
Why?
Because of all this stuff happening.
Well, how do they know about all this stuff?
Because I'm honest with my family.
But detectives didn't believe Moore was honest at all.
I honestly can't look at you and believe a word that's come out of your mouth. You have lied and lied and lied.
One detective told the jury Moore even made a pass at him after the interrogation.
She actually came toward me and she said that I wasn't going to get angry, that I was going to have sex with her. She said she was very attracted to me and hoped once her name was clear that I would pursue a relationship with her.
And Moore said that there was proof that Shakespeare was alive at the time he disappeared because of a cell phone call that was made from his phone to her phone. However, deputies pointed out that both those calls pinged off the same cell phone tower, suggesting that Moore made that phone call to herself. We're live in downtown Tampa. Chris Trinkman, ABC Action News.
High-ticket dropshipping beats low-ticket dropshipping every day of the week.
I already have forgiven her.
The mother of a murdered lottery winner is speaking out now at 6 why she says she has forgiven her son's killer. Good evening and thanks for joining us. I'm Wendy Ryan.
And I'm Brenda McLaughlin. We're hearing tonight from the juror in the Dee Dee Moore trial, and the mother of her victim, Lotto winner Abraham Shakespeare's mother, told us how her faith helped her through this entire ordeal. Our Carson Chambers is here now with what else she had to say. Carson?
Well, hey, Brendan, Elizabeth Walker says her son trusted Dee Dee Moore, and so did she, but she isn't bitter because of her faith.
Miss him terribly.
There's a prayer in the window at Elizabeth Walker's Lakeland home. You can't help but read it standing at her doorstep.
God was there with me. And it helped me to make it through it.
Her faith guided her for the past 3 years, helped her cope with the murder of her son, lottery winner Abraham Shakespeare, helped her testify against the woman who stole away the last of her son's millions, then shot him.
Abraham was good-hearted. And I said if he was here today, I would let him know. I would have to tell him how much I appreciate him for who he was. I mean, it's too late now.
A jury convicted Dee Dee Moore of first-degree murder last night after Moore's attorneys tried to convince them a drug dealer did it.
So I saw a greedy, calculating person who will go about getting what they want when they want by whatever means necessary.
Juror Arthur C. Williams Jr. says they agreed Moore was guilty, but what persuaded two holdout jurors the crime was premeditated were two holes in Shakespeare's chest.
2 bullets, close proximity, bam. Gun's gonna go away, you got to bring it back, bam. That took some thought.
Shakespeare's mother says she's already forgiven Dee Dee Moore. Her faith tells her to. But today she took down that prayer in her window, a blessing that was more of a curse.
I'm gonna tell you something that's surprising about that.
Okay.
Dee Dee Moore bought that and put that in my window.
She doesn't need Dee Dee Moore's gift staring her at her anymore. The 71-year-old mom has enough reminders. Her son is gone.
He'll come in, he said, "Hey there, mama." Sometimes now it seems like I could hear him say that.
As Shakespeare's mother also says she's thankful for the judge and the jury and all.
Your son win millions, and you living in a home that's less than stellar for the amount of money that he won. This is a tragedy on all fronts, in my opinion.
All right, tonight, the end of a story we've been covering for months. Dee Dee Moore will spend the rest of her life in prison. Tonight, after just 3 hours of deliberation, a jury handed down their verdict. Moore is guilty of killing Abraham Shakespeare to get and keep his lottery winnings. Allison Morrow joins us now with why Abraham Shakespeare's family was so sure they would get justice. Good evening, Allison.
Good evening, Brendan. That is because they say they knew Moore was guilty all along, but the harshest words did not come from Shakespeare's family. They came from the judge.
State of Florida versus Dorice Donegan Moore.
Stone-faced, unlike past tears or smiles.
The defendant is guilty of first-degree murder.
Dee Dee Moore simply shook her head no, while her victim's family nodded yes.
She had everything she wanted, and she still didn't have enough, and she took his life.
Jurors took 3 hours and 16 minutes to decide whether Moore planned to kill Abraham Shakespeare, once a lottery winner who deposited $13 million into a bank account. Witnesses say Moore stripped bare before killing him.
And this person that did this, you're going to be able to have a lifetime to think about it.
But family members saved their words for outside the courtroom. It was Judge Emmett Battles who spoke directly to Moore, a woman he scolded several times for her emotional outbursts.
Cold, calculated, cruel, they all apply. Manipulative, probably the most manipulative person that this court has seen. Abraham Shakespeare was your prey and your victim. Money was the root of the evil that you brought to Abraham.
And with that, he sentenced Moore to life in prison without parole.
If we're going to carry on, life must go on, one way or the other.
Moore's sentence does not include the possibility of parole, but she does have 30 days to appeal.
Of killing a woman after he won the lottery will be back in court.
More than a decade ago, Dee Dee Moore was convicted of murder, but recently her lawyer has claimed that they have new information and they want a new trial. Fox 13's Regina Gonzalez joins us live from the Hillsborough County Courthouse to explain. Regina, good morning.
Good morning, guys. Yeah, Dee Dee Moore's efforts to appeal her conviction have not been successful yet, but she continues to maintain her innocence and will once again ask a judge for a new trial today. She's claiming she did not kill lottery winner Abraham Shakespeare back in 2009. Somebody else did, and she says a witness who could have backed that up was never called in her original trial. So they were going to try to use said witness this time around, but said witness recently died. Now, back in 2012, Moore was convicted of killing lottery winner Abraham Shakespeare in 2009 and stealing about $1 million of his winnings to spend on lavish cars and a vacation. Shakespeare's body was then found buried under a concrete slab in the backyard of a home Moore had purchased. Yet she's constantly denied being the killer and instead has pointed the finger at key witness Greg Smith. Smith testified during her trial. He actually helped police by secretly recording Dee Dee Moore admitting to the murder and cover-up. She claims Smith had a motive to kill Abraham Shakespeare because he was having an affair with Smith's wife. Dee Dee says a witness that could have backed up her claims was never called by her attorneys and blames them for the outcome of the trial. But it turns out the witness is no longer alive. The judge just learned that in a virtual hearing a few weeks ago and agreed to another delay, but warned Dee Dee's attorney that time is running out on this appeal.
But I don't want to give anyone the impression that it's just going to be wide open for you to amend because one witness is now deceased. So
she didn't know that the witness had passed until I found out last week.
Now, Moore basically wormed her way into Abraham's life. She said she originally met him under the pretense of writing a book about him after he won $30 million in a lottery in 2006. Efforts have been made to make sure something like this does not happen again. Last year, she actually did a phone interview from jail where she said she supported a bill that was eventually signed by Governor DeSantis that now gives Florida lottery winners of $250,000 or more the option to keep their names confidential. Now, Dee Dee Moore has been in Hillsborough County Jail while this appeal effort is underway. She has spoken in court before. She is expected to be in that courtroom when things get underway at around 11 a.m. Our very own Gloria Gomez will be inside following this hearing and should have more updates for you later this afternoon and evening.
Yeah, this is a case that's been going on for
So basically, we're going to go ahead and end it here. Dee Dee Moore wants a new trial, and I just want to take you through the full chronology of what actually took place. So we started with the interrogation, then we went down how they found the person of interest, and then how they actually captured her, doing her, denials, and the full scope of what actually happened. So this is Antonio with Team Tiggio. Please like, comment, subscribe, as we'll be coming to you with new videos soon. And once again, we will see you in the next video.